All right, everyone. Welcome to day 23. We are into May, so we're on the home stretch. The home stretch, people. We can do it. And the theme of today is celebrities I've worked with. And you'll see what I mean in a little bit. And yes, I have worked with Ice Cube, who's a pretty famous and well known rapper. Um, he started a movie called Barbershop, which I did. And he says, don't worry about being a star. We're about doing good work, and all that will come to you. Bottom line is, it's the same thing with school, right? Guys, don't worry about being A students. Don't worry about being B students. Worry about being the best student you can be, and good stuff will come to you. If you don't try to be the best and you bail on it, then negativity is going to follow you. It just will. All right, so today, the article, I have some articles for you to read. That's the main portion of today. And they're really just samples of how you're going to probably put together your interviews. Remember, you got an interview, you got questions. Once you get that information, once you get the interview, the whole point of this is to turn it into sort of an article about the person. The ones you'll read today are a little longer than I want you to do, but they're an idea of how to do it. And then if you haven't completed your interviews with the person, then that's time to do it. You have today, you have tomorrow, you have the weekend, you got some time, you have Monday. All right, so one thing I need to talk about is I'm putting in zeros finally. I've been really gracious, and I have tried to hold off because I don't want people to see really bad grades. But the bottom line is, if you haven't turned in your epic poem to me, I have now put in zeros because there are 3 different grades for the epic poem. And so some of you are not doing well. Look at this student's got 10%, got 60%, that's 57%. And I'll be honest, this is one of my better classes. There's about 50 of you that never turned in the epic poem. 50. And those grades are not very good. So if putting in zeros is the one thing I haven't tried, then I'm going to try it. So if you guys like bunch of zeros and you just suddenly bottomed out this weekend, here's the thing. If something's going on in your world, you got to reach out. If something's stopping you, if you have drama, if you have crisis, you've got to reach out. We get it, and we want to help, and we want to be there for you. But if you have communicated nothing, then all we know is the big empty block in the turn-in spots for our assignments. 2, if you got behind and you just quit, then get back in. Yeah, I'm frustrated, and I'm disappointed that people quit, but the bottom line is I get over it pretty quickly because we all make mistakes. Let's bring it back in. Time to turn that switch. 3, if you're just confused and you I don't get it, I know, then you need to ask for help and clarification. And if you still don't get it, you ask for it again. And you figure out what you need to know. And you ask the questions about specifically. But you got to do some work. That's what learning is. And 4, if you're just not good at ELA and you're done, just saying, get ready for a really rough freshman year. If that's your attitude right now and you just don't like this quarantine, which nobody does, and you hate LA and you think that's reason for you to just quit, all I'm going to say is good luck at your freshman year. It's going to be a really rough start. You got to finish on a high note. Okay. I am going to have you read 3 articles today. And the articles I want you to respond to are based on people I've worked with. This is Brian Krause from Charmed. He was one of the main actors. Great dude. He's a friend. He's a buddy. If we saw each other, we'd give each other hugs and high five, and we'd spend time catching up. I worked with Joan Cusack. She was the star of a show called What About Joan? Amazing woman, but she wouldn't know who I was. And I interacted with her enough to know how sweet she is, but she wouldn't know me. We never had any relationship outside of a professional one. And then I worked on a movie called The Breakup. This is Wrigley Field, and I am actually behind this dude. That's my equipment right there. And on The Breakup, Jennifer Aniston was the star, and I have an article about her. Again, she wouldn't know who I am. She was very sweet. I actually once cracked her in the temple with one of my pieces of equipment, and she didn't get mad. She was a sweetheart. So those 3 articles. In those 3 articles I want you to read. They are right here in a document. And the thing I highlighted all the yellow as their quotes. So anytime this person speaks, or offers a quote to the interviewer, I have made it yellow. So I wanted to see that sometimes interviewers use a lot of quotes and some of them not so much. And I'd like you to think about what that means. All right. The rest of the day, there is something to look at here. This is kind of something we'll talk about later, but all these articles have the same kind of structure. They have a hook, then they follow that hook up with a quote, usually to start out or give a taste of the person that's being interviewed. They provide some history of the person or some background. Then they get to the point of the article, which is who is this person and what's the most interesting element or part of this person. And then they wrap it up. They summarize why this person was worth knowing. That's essentially the same formula for every article. So today, read the 3 articles, respond to the discussion post, then work on your interview. So get all that done, work on the interview, get your best questions ready, confirm and schedule your interview over email or on Zoom. And if you checked out of Language Arts, expect an email. So people, we got to finish strong. And so we can't give up on you. All righty, I hope you're well. Take a few days. You've got plenty of time to catch up. You can go back and look at previous days and look at previous days from there. But let's get caught up and let's get back on track and let's get ahead of this, people. Let's go.